All right, let's jump into 240502. This Too Tall Toby part is a cleaner attachment. We'll have a shell, and then getting the tilted geometry is kind of fun. It made me have a question, so I'll demonstrate something at the end. But yeah, let's just jump right in. We are in Graham's ABS. Let's go. All right. So let's start with just the real basic shape on the bottom, which is that slot. A lot of times I might use the slot tool, but today I just felt like good old fashioned rectangle and circles. Actually, well, now I need to do this, I think. But I'm actually going to delete that geometry. So usually when I'm doing something like this and I'm going to delete a lot of that stuff, I won't actually dimension until I've got the geometry left. All right. So dimension point to point. That's going to be 54. And we've got 25 here. I actually prefer the overall width. Makes more sense to me. That didn't. All right, let's try it this way. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and extrude that. So the height here is just 9. And I'm actually going to add the round in first because we're going to need this round here, the outer round of 6, before we do the shell. So let's get that round in there now. And because the last one I did was 6, it pops right in. All right, so to get this geometry, I kind of looked at a couple of different ways, but honestly, I think what worked best for me was this slanted rectangle. So I'm gonna make this slanted rectangle here and get a couple of dimensions. So if I dimension this angle, there we go, 33. And the overall diameter I'm going to represent here, that's 35. The height from the bottom of the cleaner attachment to the top corner is 65. And that's why I have the whole diameter shown, is because I'm dimensioning different pieces of it. And then we're going to dimension from the edge or the silhouette to a corner there. So let's get that again. We're going to need a point to dimension to right here. So we can dimension from this point to the far left edge and get that dimension of 16. All right. So we got one dimension left over, and that is because this thing can still extend. I'm going to go ahead and make that coincident to the top. And because I need I'm going to do this as a sweep. I'm going to add a line in the middle for my sweep trajectory. All right. So we're going to sweep, and the edge we're going to use is this one, but I don't actually want the whole edge. I just want to come down to this portion. So jump right back into that detail option. And under options, length 1. So I'm going to start at the end point. I love that. And end 2, I'm going to trim it a reference. And I can rotate this and grab this surface and cut that trajectory right at that reference. It's pretty slick. All right. So now we go in to sketch our cross section. A little hard for me to see in that particular orientation. But if I go in to a circle and I make it stick to the line that was drawn in my sketch, okay, that's my sweep cross section. Okay. So the next option we want is the merge ends options. And what this does is it's going to take this end and it's going to push it out, but it also trims the piece down below. Perfect. Exactly what we're going for. All right, so there's our cross section. Let's give it a shell. So we have 2 faces we need to open out. So both of those up. Surface 1 and 2. So I got to hold down control. The wall thickness is 3. Okay. And that looks right. let's see how we did. Hmm. There we go, 30, plus or minus 1 gram. So I have 37 grams. Let's see. Nice. All right. Um, so there's a couple of things I did want to check in on this. So let's hide that. Let's hide this sketch. First thing, I gave it a outer radius of 6, and then there's a wall thickness of 3, but it does list the inner radius of 3. So I thought better confirm that. So grab this measurement tool, grab the um, round here itself, and none of these values are that 3 that I was looking for. And because it's going around the outside, it's not actually giving me the dimension of what I thought it was giving me. So if I grab the edge, here I can see it's got a diameter of 6, which would be a radius of 3. And if I click on the diameter tool and click on the edge, there I can confirm that that is a radius of 3 on the inside of that shell. Okay. The other thing I thought would be fun to play with, by the way, let me just hit a quick save on this. All right. If I had sketched it going straight up and then tried to tilt it, would I be able to do that? Would I be able to kind of take the shape and twist it? So in the flexible modeling tool, there's some amazing tools. I wanted to use move, and I selected the surfaces associated with the top portion there. If I go to my front view, okay, and I rotate this, okay, I can kind of, this is definitely kind of hand pick, but check this out. Man, this flexible modeling tool, so powerful. Um, Allows you to kind of say, you know what, I think I want this to be a little bit shorter. I think we need to tilt it a little bit more. Let's see what this one looks like, and maybe we need it to be a little longer. What a powerful tool. The ability to kind of rapidly try different objects and different ideas. Flexible modeling is a really powerful option inside of Creo. All right. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.